Woo, beautiful. Guys, today we are going to talk about Gravel Wheelset. Let's go. Let's go. Wow, check this out guys, the LUN Grapid Gravel Specific Wheelset. Okay, now today I'll be sharing with you my experiences and also my purchasing, I would say the journey that I've gone through with Winspace, from the purchase, the unboxing, and also the riding experiences. So if you are looking for a new gravel wheelset or an upgrade wheelset for your gravel bike, this will be the video for you. But if you are already using a very good gravel wheelset, then this video might take a bit of time because I'll be doing some of my comparison and also my experience in terms of wheelset. In context, I'll be doing this comparison from my experience in the mountain bike racing, cross country, and also enduro races, and also road racing as well. Like for example, the century rides, triathlon races, duathlon races, and also some of my experience in bikepacking and also touring. So I've experienced high profile carbon, low profile carbon, lightweight wheelset, heavy wheelset, aluminum wheelset, tough, I don't know, all the wheelsets that I've gone through in my 10 years experience of riding. I'm going to be using it to compare with this LUN. So I don't have the technical details, or I don't have a specific calculation on how good or how many percent of the increment of the performance of this wheelset, but I'm going to be using my experience only. So if you're looking for data, technical comparison, this might not be a good video for you. But if you just want to know how good this wheelset is based on my experience, if you trust me, then let's go. Let's do this together. Now, first, I'd like to say that the purchasing or the buying experience with Winspace is 5 out of 5 because their customer service support, their sales support is top notch. So from the day we make payment until the day that we received the wheelset is really a very good experience. Now the delivery may take some time because of the custom, the shipment, and the situation that we're facing right now, but I would say that it's worth the wait. And also the experience of unboxing is really awesome. When you open up the box, there's this message saying you just got faster, and then you see the wheelset inside the box. It's really something very special. And what is inside the box? The front wheel, the back wheel, and there's a box for the accessories. There's only 4 spokes as spares. In case you break any spokes, you can replace it. And then there's 2 valves, the tubeless valves for your front and also your back wheel. That's about it. And maybe there's one instruction manual, 1 or 2 actually, I couldn't remember. But that's about it. That's what you get in the box. Very simple, but the opening or the unboxing experience is somehow really very interesting because of the message you just got faster. I really like that. Something very interesting. So installation was very easy. You just put in your tubeless tire, tubeless valve, and then pump the air in, let the bit sit on the side wall, and then after that put in your sealant. That's it, you're good to go. Very simple. And you don't need a rim tape for the wheelset because there's no holes on the rim as well. So I would say that it's really very simple and nothing more to worry about. And if you know how to fix your own tubeless tires, it's going to be very easy. But if you're not sure how to fix it, bike shop or your local bike shop will be more than happy to help you. So that's about it in terms of the purchasing and unboxing experience. Now let's talk about the first riding experience. When I changed this wheelset on my gravel bike, the 2 significant differences that I felt comparing to the original wheelset is stability and lightness. So let's talk about stability. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because of the width of the wheelset. It creates the stability feeling on the bike. When I first started pedaling, I instantly felt it. Wow, the bike got really stable. Even if you go through bumps or potholes or in the trails, wet, cornering, muddy condition, the bike just felt slightly more stable and I enjoyed riding a stable bike. So I think the contribution to the stability comes from the width of the wheelset, 32mm. And when you put on the tires, it actually expands the tire a little bit. So the tires that I'm actually using is the Gravel King Panel Racer SS Plus 38mm. But when I mount it on this wheelset, it became 40mm. So there's additional 2mm of a width on the tires. So I think that actually contributes to the stability of the bike as well. But the second point is the lightness. in terms of the rolling, because the first pedal I felt like, wow, the bike got lighter and it's easier for me to move around, especially when in the trail, when you are in a certain technical situation or technical climb or descent, you want the bike to be agile a little bit when you put on the power. So I felt that, and not in a big way, but it just felt really good. And on road, you notice that the bike is more, I would say, it is more responsive. But if you're talking about power transfer, I don't know. I cannot. I have no judgment, or I don't know how to compare the power transfer, because the bike that I'm riding is a BMC Earth, which comes with an elastomer on the rear triangle, so that every time when I put power on, the bike actually sags and it absorbs the power. So I do not have a proper experience in terms of power transfer on this wheelset. However, in terms of rolling, in terms of lightness, in terms of agility, yes, it does have a difference. I think basically it's because I save close to about 400 grams comparing to the original wheelset, and also this LUN Grapid 700 gravel specific wheelset. Now next, we're going to talk about the look and also the design and also the aesthetic of this wheelset. It's a very simple wheelset. There's not much of a design. It's matte and no paint, so therefore you see a bit of a handprint over here, but that's okay. It's a gravel wheelset. So you have the logo over here, LUN, which means wheel in Mandarin, and on the other side you have these wordings. It says Tubeless-ready and also adventure-ready, all printed on the carbon rims. In terms of the spoke, very thin, very thin spoke. At first I felt that this spoke is too thin, and I'm afraid that it might just break. That's the reason why they gave 4 extra. But after a few hundred kilometers of riding, I'm beginning to understand that why they put on this thin spoke. And again, it's a very tough wheelset. I've been through holes, I've gone through a lot of technical descent. It just works, no problem. So now I have my 100% confidence on these spokes and also this wheelset. Comes with a center lock. The hub, I believe it's a in-house design hub. Very simple and lightweight. In terms of the bearing, it is really very smooth, super smooth. Now I'm not sure how you measure smoothness for the bearing, but I think this is the best way. You just spin the wheel and see how long it takes to stop. So as you can see, it's still spinning. So I would say it's a very smooth bearing, and very happy with it. In terms of the rear, it's on my bike right now, but you can look at the video. If you spin, the hub comes with a 5 ratchet, and it has this very loud sound. Some of you may like it, some of you may not like it, because some of my friends, they say that when they are riding on a normal pace, they would like to talk with their friends, have a chit chat, but if your hub is loud, you couldn't have a proper conversation. But if you're in a trail, if you freewheel, your hub is so loud that the front rider can hear you, so they know there's a rider behind, they just go to the side and let you overtake them. So there's good and bad in terms of the hub. In terms of engagement points, awesome. Not worried. I don't have the number of engagement points, but hey, 5 ratchet, loud sound in terms of the hub, you know what I mean, right? So engagement point is really awesome, no problem at all. 2 days ago, I went for a very technical uphill. It's a mountain bike trail, so the engagement point was spot on. I have no complaint whatsoever in terms of the engagement point on the hub. So overall, the design and the look of the wheelset is really awesome. If I compare the previous picture of my original bike and the current picture with this wheelset, it really looks very awesome. The 38mm higher profile makes the bike look a little bit more aggressive, and boy, I love that look. I love that look. So next, let's talk about the tire. So the tire choices can range from any of the gravel brands that you know or that you are using right now. So I've actually contacted Winspace. They have actually tried with WTB brand. They have tried with Panaracer, Gravel King. They've also tried with Schwalbe or Schwalbe or Schwab, right? And they also tried with Continental tires. So you can be rest assured it is compatible with all the 4 brands that I've just mentioned, or any other gravel tire brands. So you can be rest assured on that. In terms of the tire choices or tire width, minimum is about 32mm, and it can go up to maximum of 50, or depending on what are the maximum width of tire that your frame can put on. So for me, I actually put on a 38mm Gravel King SS Plus, but when I mounted on this wheelset, it became 40mm. So that's actually a plus, because it actually widens up your tire and you have more grip, and also it makes your bike slightly more stable. However, one of my friends that is riding a Cannondale Topstone carbon version. So he actually purchased a 35mm Gravel King tires when he mount on it, and when we measure, it became 38mm. So there's 3mm extra. Now, if you're buying this wheelset, please take note on the additional width that the tire will get when you mount the tires on this wheelset, because you never know, the tire might touch on your frame, right? And then you don't want that to happen, right? You just don't want to happen, okay? So that's one thing to take note on. Now, in my experience, I have a couple of high-profile wheelset, and some of the wheelset comes with a hole on it to allow water to flow out in case if it rains or if you ride on a wet condition. Now, when it comes to gravel wheelset, the chances of us riding on a very, very wet condition or go through a very low-level river is very, very high. So if that's the case, if water were to go into this wheelset, is there a place for the water to flow out? So that's the next thing that I kind of worry as well. But after riding through a couple of intense dipping into a water trail, I'm here to share that so far there is no water going into the rim experience, right? So when I came back, I tried to shake on the wheelset. I don't hear any water inside, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it, and I hope that this remains the same for many, many years to come. Okay, many, many years to come. So if there's something that you worry about, so I'm here to say that don't worry about it. It's all good. Now, some of you may be wondering, how is the Aero performance? It's 38mm. We will consider that as a low or medium profile. Is there any significant difference in terms of Aero on road? Because not all of us stays very near the gravel trail. So in order for us to go to a gravel trail, we may need to ride on a road for a couple of kilometers, and then we'll enter the trail. So when we are on road, we want to be as Aero as possible. Coming from a road background as well, Aero means fast, right? So if I were to compare this wheelset and the DT Swiss wheelset, or the original wheelset that I have on my bike, I would say that on a flat road, slightly windy situation, the Aero performance or improvement that you get is marginal. When I look at my power data on the same road, same effort, same wind condition, around the same timing in the morning, I would say that in average power output, you will save about 5 to 15 watts. Right? It also depends on the road condition, the cars, the traffic around you. So I noticed that there's actually a difference of 5 to 15 watts, and that's a very good thing. Very, very good thing. Now, if there's no car, you're on the flat road, do you or do I notice the Aero Advantage on this wheelset? Now, if you're riding below 30 kilometers per hour, it's all the same. You don't feel the aeroness of the wheelset. If you go more than 30 kilometers per hour and you tuck in, that's when the Aero Advantage comes in. So you save about 5 to 15 watts on average, and you just bend in, put on your power, and you enjoy that aeroness of that 38mm profile tires. Now, that is also a very, very good thing, because when you're on the road, you want to take as many advantage as possible to arrive at your gravel destination, and when you're done with the gravel, when you're going home, you want to be as fast as you can to reach home, and then you get a good rest. Now, I know there's a lot of gravel brand wheelset out there in the market, and what is the reason I chose the LUN Grapid 700, and why did I purchase this wheelset? Now, there are a few factors. The first one would be affordable and value for money. For the price that you're paying for this wheelset, you're getting a huge bargain. A lot of things that comes, well, power packed with this wheelset. Second one would be the look. It's very simple. The design is just a few words on, or a logo, a few words on the rim. So I like this kind of design. And the third one would be the weight, 1430. There's not many gravel wheelset with that price that comes with 1430 grams. So in terms of lightness, spot on. So number 4 is the brand. Now, Winspace is a very interesting brand. They are becoming very popular right now, and a lot of YouTubers out there, when they tried on the Hyper or the LUN road version wheelset, I heard a lot of good reviews, very, very good reviews. And also recently, Winspace got a UCI approved for their frame and also their road wheelset. So I did email Winspace asking whether is this gravel wheelset UCI approved. Unfortunately, no. But the design concept, the materials they use, and also the testing that they have done is according to UCI's regulation. So we can be rest assured that this wheelset is as good as the UCI approved wheelset. So that's one very, very good thing as well. So that's the few reasons why I actually chose this LUN Grapid wheelset. Now, if you are looking on upgrading your gravel wheelset, would I recommend this? Yeah, I would. Yes, for the price you're paying and the performance that you get, and also the upgrades that you get, and the value, and also the aesthetic and the look of the wheelset, I'm all in, go ahead. But if you already have a very good gravel wheelset, should you buy this? Well, it depends. If you want to try, if you're curious, if you want to have a spare wheelset, just go ahead. But if you're already very happy with your current wheelset, then you just give this a pass, right? So guys, these are some of my opinions in terms of the performance of the wheelset. I'm very happy to share more. If you have any question, let me know in the comments below. And until then, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Sa larangan, lansangan, madami kang madada